Listen, whose idea was this? Who? Who? Okay, leaving to Netflix, to gentrify, to corrupt, to ruin a good thing. Now, it's been a minute, but we gonna have to get into it because we didn't need this. We really didn't. All right? Intro, do your thing. Now, if you are new here, I am Denise Brady. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist who's obsessed with reality TV. I'm trying to find right now something nice to say, something good, because, Lord, what did we just watch? What was this? Okay? Because this ain't the original. Now, I'm hoping that, Arlette and her husband got them a nice bag off this show. Hopefully they didn't sell the intellectual property. They didn't sell the rights. They just gave Netflix a little bit of piece of something, but still kept alive the ownership of the original, because we still have 4 more episodes of this. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you can take something so great and what? Gentrify it for what? Put it behind a paywall when we've been getting it for free? It was trash. It really was. But before I get into it, make sure you hit that like. You subscribe. If you are new here, stay for a little. Okay, stay for a while. Stay for a long time, actually. Okay. Now, getting into this, we all saw the preview, right? So, did we have high expectations, low? Did y'all even watch it? Did y'all even watch the whole thing? I did. Okay. And soon as it started, I was just like, oh, who are these people? Okay. Do they even got mics on? Because I had to turn my volume up really high just to hear what they were saying. I'm like, why don't the contestants have mics? Why isn't Yvonne walking over to them with the mic to talk? Okay. How did Yvonne get chosen? Now, I like her, but it just seems like ever since Insecure went off the air, she's been in so much random stuff. I need her to just I want her to just find her lane. Okay? But it just feels like she's always doing something random. She had on her Mary J. Blige wig. Why the coat with the nice dress underneath? Was it that she originally was going to wear the dress, but then they thought it was too much, so they had her put the jacket and the boots on? The No More Drama boots with the leather and the little bob. The bob was bobbing. But I'm just like, why couldn't they get the original host to come on here? Okay. And now when I saw them at the beginning, they showed Arlette and her husband as Yvonne was in her dressing room getting ready. There's a knock on the door and we see Arlette and her husband. And now to me, I'm wondering if that's because of the backlash. That people were upset about, hey, where'd Yvonne come from? Where Arlette at? This ain't the original. And so that they add her in after all of that. So that was my first little question. Oh, y'all saw them comments. Y'all saw the hates. Did y'all add them at the last minute? Let me know what you think. But we come to the set and I see Johnny Bananas from all the Challenge, MTV stuff has made his way over to Netflix. Y'all, my chair keep going down. Okay. Has made his way over to the Netflix universe. Okay, so this is his foot in the door for more to come. But if you are not familiar with Johnny Bananas, he has been on a lot of challenges. He's been on reality TV for 25 years. He is known to be an asshole, a snake. And he slid his way onto the stage from behind that palm tree and pop, 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 pop right away. Okay? Because he just is an enigma. Okay? He needs to just stick to doing the challenge. Him in a relationship, that ego. Okay? He came off a little bit, I don't like to use this word. But I saw some narcissistic traits, and someone who's been on reality TV for so long, who's used to having everything given to them, having their charisma and their personality get them so far, to now come over here and not have that happen. Oh, your ego was hurt when the balloons popped. Okay, you used to thinking that you the shit, and women just flock to you because you say you from MTV. I know you as Johnny Bananas from, I think he was also on Traders too. And women just drop their panties for you. So that's what you're used to. So I'm just like, really? Y'all start off with, how Johnny get chosen? Out of all of the reality stars that are on, Netflix, how y'all get him from MTV to come over here? How about we use some of those people from Love is Blind who didn't find a match but were still great people to come on over here and do this show? How about that? Okay? Y'all have all these relationship shows where the people don't actually, move forward with somebody, but they're still good people. They're still worthy of love. So what about them? Okay? But Johnny, and then he started making these comments once the women were saying what they were into and what they liked. I get the vibe that a few of these women are really into black men. The girl who was into, nightlife. We have women on each side. And I really got the vibe that they wanted a black man. And how many of them did we see this first episode? Okay. So Johnny is up there, and you could tell one girl said that she's normally into a certain look of a black man. Okay. I think she's used to a certain aesthetic look of a black man. And then Johnny says he's black from below the waist. And then you hear more pop, 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 pops. Okay. And then the white girl who was a rapper. What are we doing? Do Netflix got that much money to throw away? Where y'all find these people? And now that girl who said she was a rapper, I did not write down her name because it wasn't really worth my time. I seen her somewhere before. I don't know what show she from. But I was just like, okay. And then Yvonne asked her to rap. Y'all, it just got worse and worse. Okay. And of course, nobody chose Johnny. And he gets sent to the back. And then we have dare number 2, Keith, who is 34. Now, he came out. He's a black man. I wouldn't call him short. I would say he's probably average height. 5'8". 5'9", I guess. Is that average to y'all? Let me know. But he was wearing this shirt that reminded me of fall also. Okay, his style was just not, it was not giving. Okay, and the ladies commented on his hairline being way back here. All right. But once again, we have Miss Nightlife, who is I think she was a bottle girl or something. Now, this was a black man, but it wasn't her type of black. Okay, she wants a certain type of black man. Probably the IG model black man, the athletic one. Okay. So we finally get down to him and one other girl. I think her name was Catherine. I'm like, there's no chemistry here. There ain't nothing going on. But these are the last 2 people. And Keith is trying to go somewhere. All right. But it was no chemistry. And so she popped her balloon. And you could tell he was a little bit like, oh, damn, like, this is embarrassing, but let me keep my composure. Let me not let my ego get to me. He handled it very well. But once again, another one. Y'all, this was trash. Okay, and then we get dater number 3, Chase. He is 28. And Chase is a bad boy. He's been on Too Hot to Handle. I've seen him on IG. He's now a boxer. He done buffed up a lot since we saw him a couple seasons ago on Too Hot to Handle. Okay. Now, he's 28. And most of the women lined up are older than him. Also, these women, I'm just like, where did y'all find them? Okay, because it's just not making sense. It's really not. And so Chase is up there saying he's a reformed bad boy. He settled down. And the craziest thing is that he says he was studying to be a therapist. And he got recruited by Netflix to go on Too Hot to Handle. I can't believe this could have been somebody's therapist. It lets you know Not everyone should be a therapist. Okay. And I haven't even really watched the shows he's been on, but the way he acts and the bad boy image I've seen him have on these different, the clips I have seen, you was going to be a therapist? To who? To who? Okay, now you're a boxer. He just seems very lost in trying to find himself. And it's sad that you don't really know what you're getting when you sign up for therapy. You see the profile, you see the picture, but who are you behind that? You just never know. And so Chase, nobody wanted to be with him either. Nobody. Because he has this bad boy reputation, so nobody chose him. And then we get to dater number 5, Breanden. He's from Temecula, and he's 24. Now, to me, it felt like he came here to promote his cowboy hat business. He name dropped having communication and contact with Beyonce for her Cowboy Carter tour coming up and making hats. But he also was just like, where y'all find these men? Netflix to me does not invest in the quality of the daters and relationship shows and the castings of these people. They pick people based off of looks and how they will be seen on TV from the average viewer who's attracted to somebody like this. And Yvonne is trying to keep it together, but it was a mess. And nobody wanted him. Some people feel like he was more, he looked too wholesome. He was there to promote his business. Every time, the camera was on him, he was promoting himself, his business. Okay. He works at a winery. He has a startup. I came here to promote. That's what I came here for. Okay. And then we get to dater number 5. Because Brady wasn't up there for 5 minutes because everybody popped their balloons. And then he said that he's 24, yet the oldest he will date is 28. So one girl asked, so does that mean since I'm almost 29, you gonna break up with me? His response was not good. It wasn't. Okay. And then we get to, I think his name is Harden. He's an engineer. Where y'all find him at? Now, he was super nervous, very nerdy. The way he was dressed, like he got dressed in the dark. Okay. And Yvonne was trying to coach him, make him feel a little bit more comfortable. But from what I've seen from people who are engineers, are more introverted, more into their studies, not very much like well-versed in dating and social aspects because they've been studying, to be an engineer and do all that stuff. So I'm just like, okay, we are only on the first live. Okay, we still have 4 more episodes. This is not starting well. Y'all took bits and pieces of the original and copy and pasted, but not very well. Okay, there are aspects from Pop the Balloon that are here, but the core and essence of it is missing. The soul of it is missing. Okay, you can't just put a bunch of random people up here from reality shows. You hear this little hodgepodge of people and think that you're going to get the same effect. Okay, because it wasn't. Y'all gentrified, y'all corrupted. How much did y'all pay Arlette and her husband? Because I would much rather watch the free version on YouTube than behind this paywall of Netflix that didn't give us nothing. Okay? And I like Yvonne, but no. All right. The women up there are also different, but there's just something about the original where even though the women and the men are different, there's just something about them that still made sense and connection to the show. Whereas here, it's just like casting shows this person, that person, and it didn't really make sense. And to have a full episode where nobody made connections, nobody got picked, what is, going to convince me to continue watching this next week? Okay. It just felt disjointed. And them coming up and sweeping up the balloon pieces. I guess it's live. But y'all could have left that. Like, we get it. They just pop balloons. Y'all go move on to the next group of, people who are trying to get connected. I don't need to see them, sweeping. It's okay. Leave the balloon mess on the floor. Okay, we don't need them people to come out. But it was hella gentrified. Okay? It's like a white person decided to make oxtails, and they think because they watched it on TikTok, they know how to make the recipe. They know how to put the soul in the oxtails. But it's like something is missing. Something missing. The heart, the soul, the essence of what made this show, channel, idea, concept so good that everyone's copycatting it so much that Netflix is like, oh, let us get a piece too. We want some. But oftentimes people from the top, these investors come in, try and take stuff from us, thinking that they can do it better. We can do it better. But no, you didn't. You didn't do it better. Okay? You did not do it better. And I'm just wondering from y'all, okay, we had Johnny Bananas. We had a couple regular folks. Keith was a regular person. Chase, another reality star. And why start with bad boys? Okay, why not start with people who were actually really well versed, have careers, who really want love? Let's get like a Marshall up here. Let's get some people from these dating reality shows who have caliber, who are worthy of being on the stage, instead of trying to make viral moments, trying to get people to watch because, oh, we want to see this person, we want to see this reality star. Y'all just don't invest in regular people. I see. And that's why y'all shows don't really go well. Are the last couple of seasons of these reality dating shows on Netflix have not gone well, because I feel like they pour so much money into them, but don't cast well. It's like, let's just put together this show, put some money into it, get a location, get a house, recycle people we've already been seeing for the last 4 years, get them a contract and put them in front of a camera. But I think people are tired of that. I think people want more, but maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just jaded from watching so much reality TV, but I think it could have been done better. I get they tried to add people from the original, the host and the other guy, but the soul, it's missing soul, it's missing heart. It's just a quick little, let's put this together, let's get a sound stage, some cameras, some balloons. It doesn't work like that. And I need Netflix to start investing in casting, investing in the concept. Can we work on the concept a little better instead of trying to make these quick reality shows that they think that people want to watch? But we can stay over on YouTube and watch it for free. Okay? I don't need this version, okay? It's soulless. It wasn't all that. All right, but we still got 4 more episodes. Now, are they going to use the same group of women the next episode? Or do you think next one is going to be men with female suitors? Do you think we'll see real people? Or will we have more reality stars coming on stage? Everyone's there for what? Exposure? Is anybody there? Is anybody on these shows for real love anymore? Okay? But it was garbage. It was trash. All right? And Yvonne, take off that leather jacket, please. It's not necessary with the boots. No more drama. My life, my life, my life. Okay? But make sure you guys hit that like, you subscribe. Should we continue watching? Do y'all want me to continue recapping it? Yeah, it was a mess. All right. I'm looking for it. I'm trying to find something nice to say. Yvonne looked pretty. All right. She looked really, her wig was wigging. Okay. It looked nice. All right.